Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool Channel. Tonight we're going to do an unboxing of my brand new triplet, model number 9065 graphical multimeter. Now, before I get started, looking at this multimeter, this is you have to name triplet. This would be a Unity 181A or 181B. That's all it is, a rebrand. But triplet have it much cheaper. It's much cheaper with triplet than with Unity. The same multimeter with Unity run you anywhere from $450 to $500. Unity have the same multimeter for $250. I mean, a triplet had to have the same multimeter for $250. The same exact multimeter. So I just want to do an unboxing, and the next video we'll do a review on it. So I'm gonna let you guys see what all comes with it. I've seen in several videos that the ones that I have seen with the Unity, they do not have a US adapter. Well, this one came with a US adapter. That's why I sought it out. I figure if they sell it in the US and it's not being sold in China, being shipped over here, that means it's mandatory that it has to have a US plug. And I was right, and they have a US plug in here. So this is what all comes with it. Everything, let's throw it around here because I was trying to charge the battery up. It doesn't come charged up, so I had to let it sit for about 3 hours. I don't think it took that long, but they say once it charges up, it's supposed to have a display come across the screen that says charged. I didn't see that, so I let it charge for about 4 hours, and I just turned it on now. And the battery indicator it says full. So I really don't know how long it takes to charge it up, and but anyway, it's charged now. So I'm gonna go over a few of the things with it and just show you what all comes with it, and we'll see some of the features with it, and we'll call it a night. What comes with it is this CD-ROM for the model 9065 from Triplet. I guess this is the software because it does come with a USB cable if you want to, data log and download information into your computer. I think that's kind of old-fashioned. The cable nowadays, everybody getting rid of cables. Everything is Bluetooth, so it's kind of But keep in mind, this meter probably been out a long time ago. I know the 181 I think been out a few years, 5 years now, something maybe give or take, and this probably the same thing. So. They still, I guess they're still sending you these, putting these in a pack for those people who want to use a cable instead of Bluetooth. But anyway, this is the CD-ROM that comes with it. This is the manual comes with it. This is the wall adapter that comes with it, but it also comes with a US plug that's right here that you just put on there. And this comes off. This snaps into the bottom like this, and this plugs into here. Just give you an idea how it looks when it's charging. And you have to turn this button all the way around to charging. This thing I just received it today, and everything's still brand new. Okay. And that's what happens. That's how it's on charging. It's telling you it's 95% charging. And this button right here, well, it's full now because it said once it turns red, that means it's full. Okay, well, that's enough. And they also say, I read in the manual, if you let this thing, this meter drop below 5% of being full, not being full, almost to being empty, you have to immediately plug it back in and charge it up. If not, you will totally screw up the calibration in this computer. I mean, in this meter. That's what it says in the manual. So, if you have one of these, or you have a 181A, or 181A or B, Unity, keep that in mind. Don't let it get so low and you know, and where you try to charge it up again, it's going to screw up all of your measurements. Now, this is a 60,000 count multimeter. But before we get into, let me finish something else though too. Anyway, this is let me take this out of here. I just want to show you guys. Okay. Take it out of there. And this is for the thermocouple. I think you get 2 of these. I see 2 plugs on here, so you should have 2 in here. Yeah, you have 2 thermocouples that go in here. And this goes in the same way. Here's a USB adapter. They also have a USB one that fits the Unity, but I was looking at the reviews on it. A lot of people say that it doesn't work properly, and you know, things like that. And I don't see myself using Bluetooth with this meter anytime soon, so I wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be a good investment for me to buy that. But anyway, this just snaps onto the back like this. Let me get it in there. There you go. Snaps on the back like this. You download that software in your computer, and you plug it. You put the USB cable in your computer. That's it. But look at it. It doesn't even fit tight. It just sits on there. You know, you don't. Well, and that has something to do with communications too. Because if it's not fitting tight on there, it's, I don't know. You know. But anyway, I don't see myself using this anyway. I'm gonna keep it, but now I don't see myself using it. Okay, let's show you something else. The test leads. Let me see. They don't feel. Let me take them loose and see. Give them a good evaluation. Yeah, it's not the greatest. You know, I've seen these before. You could buy them online sometime for like $10. They don't feel really cheap. They don't feel high grade, high quality either. I guess it's in the middle, you know, but it is what it is. That's what comes with, I don't intend on using them anyway. I'm gonna use the other ones that I have. Either my Pro Masters that I'm gonna buy another set for. I don't like I need another set of test leads, but no, I think I'll use anyway. But I'll stick a set of Pro Masters or something in here, or some of my Pomonas that I have in my bunch of Pros leads, and use that for this. Now, and this is the bag. This is some kind of, I don't know what you would call it, maybe like a water resistant bag, you know. It's one of those bags that you always get with one of the meters that come from like China or something. I feel like it's water resistant. But anyway, that's what comes with that. Okay, so like I said, this is a 60,000 count meter. And you can take 20,000 data logging measurements with this. Let me see what else. They say this meter conforms to the UL STD number 61010-1. Also conforms to CSA certifications and IEC certification, and is rated for Cat 3 and Cat 4. See what else? Yeah, back to this is what I read about the battery. They say that when the indicator of the battery level is in upper right hand corner is less than 5% of full capacity, the meter should be immediately charged. Otherwise, it will affect the measurement. Okay, a charge complete message will display when fully charged. Okay, and it said you must use the power adapter specified by TRIPLETT. I don't know if you just need, if there's some kind of little transformer. I'm sure it is probably inside this water adapter right here. But, you know, as long as you get the right voltage, the right milliamps, you can use, I think you can use any kind of charge that would fit inside of this adapter. They're just doing that to probably to make money. You could buy it back from them. So with that being said, let's look at this meter. It has a real nice backlit display. Let me turn it on. No, it was on. That's 1, 2, okay, 3. That's it. I do like the OLED display. It's really, I'm looking at it from an angle. I can still read it, but when I turn it this way, I get the full display of it, and it's really nice. Most of these meters, if you notice, most of them, they look like the Fluke, made the same, and even the menu buttons with like the Fluke setup menu and save and compare and all those things like that. As far as the weight, it doesn't feel heavy like the Fluke. It doesn't even feel heavier than the EdgeTech. It feels much lighter. I'm gonna get the scale next time I do the video on this. I'm gonna be doing a comparison against one of those meters anyway, but let's go to the menu. I wanna see what happens here. That looks nice. It volts AC, it shows peak, decibel voltage, volts AC hertz, low pass filter, and let me close that and go to the setup. Okay, it's a keypad tone, you have communication, auto power save, LED alarm buzzer, date and time, and more settings. So let me see what's on more settings. All right. Okay. It's a help menu language. Okay, format, reset all settings. I guess that's going back to factory default. Okay, and as far as the features around here, they have volts AC, they have millivolts AC, volts DC, millivolts DC, they have temperature Celsius and Fahrenheit, they have continuity, they have resistance, they have nanosiemens right here, they have diodes, testing, capacitance, hertz, pulse factor, cycle, and they have microamps, AC/DC, milliamps AC/DC, amps AC/DC, and of course the charging. It's ready for IP65. I don't know if you could just submerge this underwater. I'm thinking IP65 meaning that we could get wet. You would just sprinkle some water on it like you out of a spray bottle. It won't do any damage. I don't think it'd just go, if you could just submerge it underwater and it'll survive. I wouldn't recommend you doing that, but now I could be wrong about the IP65, but I think that's the one where you just can, it'll take a few drops if I was to spray like a garden hose on it, right quick, you know, and it'll survive. But submerge it in a bucket of water, I don't know about that. But anyway, this meter here, it comes with a rechargeable battery right here in the back. Let me see, it's a lithium ion battery, 7.4 volts, 2200 milliamps, and the fuse is rated for 10 amps at 1000 volts, and there's another 8 amp fuse in here at 1000 volts. And as far as the safety rating is, well, I just mentioned that they have the CE and also Intertech. Okay, that's a is Intertech good? No, Intertech, that's something to do with software, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Intertech. But anyway, Intertech, I'm just reading that off. Let me see what else. This bell is, the plastic doesn't feel as good as high quality as the Fluke, but that's another story. So let's check something else out. This comp button to see what it means. Oh, okay, pass, beep, low, high, edit, start. Okay, do that one, and definitely the save. We can do. They have a range. Wait at the range. There's a whole button. Min max. min-max. Let's see what else. Exit. And let's see. That's about it for right now. That's about it for right now. Make sure I didn't. Reference, measurement, okay. Go back to menu. It's basically if you've used a 289 before, the same menu that that's with the 289. It's basically the same thing here. They may have one or two things that after they studied the fluke that they added that the fluke didn't add when the 289 didn't came out. So they added it, and just to be set themselves apart from the fluke, like the color screen and things like that. But you can see that they totally copied the fluke 289. But anyway, that's another story. I'm gonna save the rest of that stuff for a head-to-head matchup between those three, because this is a graphical multimeter also. And this Amazon thing here is a beast. But with all that being said, man, I want to thank you again. And thank you again for, and this is the box that it came in right here. This is the box. So I want to thank you again for allowing me to take up your time. And until next time, to the next videos, I want to tell you guys, stay tuned. Take care, and peace out.